So, unlike most vampire stories, we're not going to start when the sun goes down. Or, yeah, sun goes down. We're gonna start with Ethan, who you don't need the day sleep. I'm assuming you've rested at least a little bit throughout the morning hours.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Around what time do you awake during the day?
Seeing as how probably didn't actually sleep until the early hours, probably about 12 midday.
Midday? You awaken. It's a modest, and the term modest is only used in conjunction with the fact that this is your father's penthouse. So it's modest in comparison to the rest of the place. As you kind of move about his apartment, you see all these bloodsuckers in their day sleep. Is there any?
It's probably sort of just toying with the edge of the curtain and so it would be so easy. Just leaves it.
All right. Wanted to make sure we weren't going to have a little bit of a snafu there.
Definitely toys with the idea.
Well, most of the day is yours. Your companions, I use that term very loosely, won't be up for another 6 to 7 hours.
So heading back down and going down that inordinately long flight of stairs, go out into Istanbul.
Could you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
One success. As you kind of step out, you hear nearby sirens. You can also hear sirens that are a couple of miles off. As you kind of look about, you can still see the billowing clouds of smoke. It seems like the chaos still hasn't ended. It seems like even after the sun came up, the little playthings of the vampires continued on their little war.
Is there anything nearby that's particularly like what any of these kind of smoking remains or whatever?
There's a few. There's nothing specific on the specific block. It seems like probably Lucius's daytime team has been keeping the area relatively safe. But there are certainly some buildings within walking distance that are smoldering still, if you wish to check those out.
Yeah, I'll go and have a look and see what's going on there.
As you kind of make your way through town, you're noticing a lack of cars. Doesn't seem like anybody's out on the street. And if they are, it's emergency responder vehicles. The first building that you come to just seems to have completely burned down. Fire department apparently wasn't even able to get to it. It burned completely to the ground. So it's just the hollowed out remains of a building that's still smoldering, and, puffs of smoke come up from it every now and again, but the fire is mostly over with this one. It's just the last vestiges of this one building. Can't even tell what it was anymore.
Based on the location, was it something significant?
Maybe, maybe not. This is kind of a more densely urban area, so it could have been an apartment building, a tall apartment building. It could have been a drugstore. It's really, really hard to tell.
And like, kind of, is it possible to kind of go through the wreckage?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah.
Do you have investigation?
I think I have some. It's one of the few mental skills I've actually got.
All right, then
Yeah,
give me.
I got a couple of.
Then give me wits plus investigation. Is there anything specific that Ethan is looking for?
Well, from his history, it's basically if this place is any kind of kindred significance, like vampire remains or anything like that it could be.
All
A
right.
target. It's a target rather than a random attack.
As you kind of look through the rubbish, one thing you really only find one major thing. It's kind of, you have to move some rubble to get to it, but it is a child's teddy bear. It does, and it looks relatively new, so you can kind of assume, and Kindred kind of don't have children usually.
On the exception that proves the rule.
Yeah. From that, you can kind of make the assumption that this was probably just somebody's, or where multiple people's apartment complex is, but probably nothing to do with Kindred. It looks like the chaos has become much more widespread than just Kindred versus Kindred.
Right. In that case, yeah, sort of finding that it's going to be a little bit finding the bear is probably a little bit traumatic, and essentially now he's going to sort of just probably needs a drink. So essentially, just finding somewhere that might still be open. And
most places are closed down. However, you do come across a club. You only know this club because you've heard it mentioned before. Yasmin, what is your club's name again?
Holy snap, what is it called?
You had a name for it, right?
Yeah, I think we only said it once.
Hold on, let me check. I probably have it written down.
I
my
should
notes
have.
are over there.
We only said it
The
once.
thorn.
I read it in my notes.
It's the thorn.
The Thorn.
The thorn.
Okay.
It's burlesque.
Yeah, you do find the Thorn. It is closed, but you could probably get in. A man of your talents.
Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. Window, door, whatever.
All.
It doesn't take long for you to get in, and if it has an alarm, it's a silent alarm, and honestly, with all the chaos going on, it's not gonna...
Yeah, it's low on the list, low priority.
Yeah. The liquor bar is yours.
Oh. Well, Yasmin, I thank you for your generosity, even if you're not here to acknowledge it, and help myself to something from the top shelf.
Fair enough. How long is Ethan going to be drinking the chaos away?
Probably not that long. It's more that just the kind of like this is dragging in. It's now dragging in those that aren't part of this. So it's more just something to kind of like settle, sits down at sits down at like a table, glass in hand, just has the one, but takes his time. It's a good drink. It's not one just to throw back.
All right. After finishing his lovely top shelf, where's he gonna go?
I think this is sort of a point with a slightly kind of grim fatalism takes over, and he'll probably sort of just walk the streets of Istanbul, kind of taking the sights, stop off at like wherever might be kind of quite significant, but just appreciate it. 'Cause this ever sort of building sense of foreboding that he's feeling.
All right. Let me just pull up one thing. Of course, one of the main places that takes you to is the Hagia Sophia. I probably butchered that, and I apologize for it. The, temple in Istanbul, which unfortunately does not seem to have been unscathed either, as it seems like some sort of improvised explosive had been used and has taken out the west side of the building. Seems like most of the building is holding up outside of the western wall, which is completely gone, and the parts of it that do remain are singed with black soot from the explosion.
Well, this one seems a bit more does this one seem a bit more significant in that case? Sort of like a location like this?
I mean, it is, the Church of Divine Wisdom. It's a very significant landmark. As for why it was hit, unfortunately, your guess is as good as anybody else's at this point. It could have been a Kindred hit, specifically at the Lancia Sanctum. Something to infuriate them.
Is there anyone else around?
This one, yes, there are police. For this one, yes, there are definitely people, emergency responders, mostly police, though, around this building now. They have created a blockade trying to prevent any further damage being done to this specific landmark.
And sort of casting an eye over the sort of police and the responders, are any of them ghouls or thralls or anything like that?
Do you have a specific way of telling that?
Only by if I've encountered them before. I haven't got any abilities to do that, no.
Okay. As you're relatively new to this area, I wouldn't say that you would. Now, I want to take a brief moment from Ethan here, and I want to turn my attention to Harkon.
Hakan? Okay.
What exactly is he doing? I would assume you would have given him some sort of instructions for the day.
Move your car. That would be the first thing, but that won't take much time at all, I assume.
No, he probably could get that done before you guys even went to bed.
I mean, there's a lot of stairs he has to go down.
That is a significant amount of time, those stairs. See, well, the building's probably very well protected, so he wouldn't really need to be a bodyguard directly during the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. That's a good question. I hadn't thought about Hakan very deeply. What would a bodyguard do when they're not bodyguarding?
Probably live their life.
Yeah, probably live their life. What is his life? I don't have a story for Hakan. He's just a side character bodyguard.
All right, fine.
Pull something out of your ass
sorry.
quickly.
Try.
Didn't
Okay.
expect.
Improv, DM practice.
DM. I don't want to DM. Okay, so Hakan is going to. Fine, he has a family. He's gonna go check him on his family.
All right. I'm not gonna make. I just thought I would ask about what Hakan's doing.
Yeah.
But the day continues to move on. I'm assuming Hakan and Ethan eventually make their way back to the tower towards the end of the evening.
Yep, he's got his job to do still.
Yeah. Have a look and see if the car's still there in the lobby.
It is not in the lobby. It
Ah,
is parked on the curb, though. He didn't move it too far.
He needs easy access to it.
Both Hakan and Ethan are pleasantly surprised to find that the elevator is now in working order.
yeah. So yeah, go in the elevator, go back up to the penthouse, I guess.
And this is where the sun sets. And the four
Take a
of them wake up. We're gonna put a pin in the penthouse for a second, though. We're going to check in with our Draugr.
Let's see. I've woken up. I emerged from the dirt.
Because you sleep in the dirt.
Well, yes. It's a very safe location to sleep in.
Can I get a perception check?
One moment.
Gotta close this game.
Shh.
Yeah. I realize he has to close his game because he was playing. I could tell by the look on his face.
I'm almost leaving. Hold on. I don't succeed on that perception check.
So, unfortunately, within the first few minutes of waking up, you're not able to locate any sort of trail to follow. So, as a Draugr, how are you going to proceed? Because you still have a bit of unrelenting anger
Yeah.
in regards to what happened last night.
So the first thing I'm gonna do, I killed a lot of people last night. I'm familiar with revenants. I'm going to just search the building again, see if like triage has been done. Like, has anybody moved in to clean up my mess last night yet?
It
And
looks like
Also,
somebody...
secondarily looking for possible revenants to see if any of them have woken up early.
From what you can tell in your kind of fugue state, it looks like somebody's been here, but there's been no sort of collection or triage. So, somebody's been here, but they haven't really done anything with the bodies. The bodies haven't been touched. They lay in whatever position they ended up in after you finished with them.
Okay. None of them are up and moving again, so I don't have a trail. I think the best move for me here is just to start walking again. I guess I'm gonna continue my my hunt, searching for more vampires to to deliver the final gift I can of death.
All right, well, unlike last time, though, you're not necessarily in the state to use obfuscate, so you're
Can you not use disciplines as a drunkard?
you're kind of mindless, so it's not that you can't use disciplines, it's that you wouldn't be using them necessarily all the time either.
Be more of an instinct type thing, I suppose.
Instinct, and honestly, if a human decides to try and take a shot at you, they're screwed.
Okay, so, alright. I accept this argument to not use obfuscate this time, unfortunately. I am disappointed, but I accept it.
And then you begin to pillage and maraud. Now that
Not necessarily. I don't have any reason to steal gold, or we're not actually raiding the place. I'm looking for vampires to kill. I don't care about the humans.
So let's go ahead.
Well, I guess does Draugr care? I don't know.
The Draugur's gonna kill absolutely everything he can see.
Okay, that's not exactly a
Draugrs-
very good, careful predator.
Draugr still feed from humans, and they can
but I'm
still
not
be
f-
careful predators.
I'm at full vitae, I presume, because I killed a lot of people. So I don't think I really need to instinctively go after anyone yet.
Fair enough. But we are going to go back to the penthouse now that our Draugr is up and moving throughout the Carthian side.
Danger!
So, Yasmin, Kerem, and Ventress. You all awaken with a start as your heart kicks back into motion.
It's never a pleasant feeling.
Are we all in like the same room, or do we get like private rooms?
It's a lovely
Yeah.
penthouse, but it doesn't have an infinite amount of guest rooms.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm gonna check on my dog immediately. How's my boy doing?
He's a ghoul. He's up and moving around.
Okay, back to full health.
No, he doesn't have the Vitae to spend to heal himself like that. So he would have probably only healed maybe 1 point of bashing damage, and he has all lethal damage, which will take him a little bit to heal.
Okay, and we're back to full Vitae when we wake up, right?
No,
No.
you all lose a point of Vitae when you wake up.
Right. That's the thing. Okay.
How much
Hang on,
health is
Pepper.
recovered from sleeping with Vitae?
None.
No.
I thought it was
It auto heals as much as it can.
yeah,
Oh,
It'll
so
heal
yeah.
everything if you have the vitae.
1 vitae for 1 lethal or 2 bashing.
okay. So
or 5 for an aggravated.
so I have
Yeah.
1 lethal, 1 bashing. How much do I need to spend?
2.
3.
3?
3, yeah, sorry.
Okay, 3 it is. Boop, boop, boop.
1 lethal, 1 bashing.
2 to heal the lethal, 1 to heal the bashing.
1 to wake, yeah.
Well, 4 technically.
Yeah,
then.
4. Okay.
Eesh. Need more of that.
It's at this, as you guys wake up and you guys begin to move around, you can hear footsteps in the main meeting area. You can assume that's probably Lucius, followed by a ding as the elevator arrives.
Get up. Try and make myself look presentable.
Try is the key
Slept
word.
in the same
Try.
clothes.
I reach in my pocket and I take out my bloody lollipop. I take off the wrapper. And yes, it is a lollipop made with blood.
It
Does
will.
that
It's not. It's not like it doesn't recover anything. It's literally just for taste. It's like empty calories.
You like
Even
the
as a
taste
vamp,
of
worry
cold
about
blood?
that.
Just for taste.
Just the taste.
There's no nutritional value behind it.
Lucius kind of turns around and sees Ethan and Hakan return. How was the daylight hours? You can kind of see the open window behind him, and you can actually see that the city is still very much on fire, and new fires are still starting.
It was wonderful. What do you want me to say?
I'm guessing it's as bad as it is right now, even during the day, isn't it?
It's gone beyond what anything between you and whatever petty grievances you have across the river. This is now involving innocents. Nothing to do with your little conflicts.
That is regrettable.
Regrettable. That's all you have to say.
It was not by my hand that innocents were harmed, so all I can say is regrettable.
You could at least pretend to be sympathetic. And at that point, he's just going to sort of invite himself, sort of sit down on.
Yeah, Lucius kind of scowls a little bit and turns to look back out over the city. All three of you can hear this conversation happening in the other room.
I suppose we better get an early start to the night if we're gonna fix this mess.
Yeah.
I love enjoy. I enjoy cleaning other people's messes.
Yes. We can all work together on this one.
It's not boring.
No, this is gonna be one exciteful night. So, which tasks should we take care of first?
We don't have any tasks yet. Let's go
Well,
get some.
Okay, yeah, I guess actually Lucius first. We'll just head on over to him.
To the next room.
He kind
I
of
follow.
looks over at the three of you and he goes, "Sleep well as can be expected for our kind, I'm guessing."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Can't
It was
feel it
lovely.
anyway.
So restful. Deep sleep. I feel brand new.
So, we have a couple of things. I want to cut the head from the serpent. And he kind of looks over at Ethan and he goes, "We're going straight after him."
I'm listening.
You guys are going to... twofold. One, I'm worried about Sigehelm. I have not seen him or heard from him. I have no messages. I have rang his phone a couple of times and he has not answered. I fear the worst. So one, you are to... No. That's secondary. He stops himself. First, you're going to take out the only remaining member of the Carthian leadership that I know of. You're going to take out Shem. Big guy. Grangirl. He is the muscle of the Carthians. Hopefully, with him out of the picture, it might scare the Carthians into some semblance of intelligence. And then you are to find Sigehelm. Or his remains.
That second part might be difficult.
He's...
Look, If he is dead, looking for ashes in a city covered in ashes would be difficult.
You know, I would agree with you in most cases. However, this guy walks around in plate mail with a gigantic sword on his back. It's not going to be that hard to find at least something.
We'll look for the breastplate, and the ashes will be his. Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll take the sword.
I mean, I don't think many people are walking around in a suit of armor. And obviously, if you find somebody walking around in a suit of armor that's not him, that still kind of answers our question.
Yeah. Alright, this really is gonna be a fun night.
Do we have any ideas of where this Shem is?
He pulls out a letter from his coat pocket. I am not entirely sure myself, but I do know where Omir lived. He has contacted several times. And he offers the letter out.
Guess I'll take it.
Start there, and that'll at least give you a starting point.
Well, something's better than nothing.
Yep.
We'll make good use of this.
This needs to be done tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts. Otherwise, I will see to it personally that all of you, and he even eyes Ethan when he says this, will pay.
And Kerem does a little bow.
He gestures to dismiss you.
Ethan's gonna sort of mock back out of the room.
Yeah, she follows, takes her pup.
I curtsy.
As you all board the elevator begins to go down.
Oh, good. The elevator works.
Yay. No more stairs.
So all done or none done? Is that what? That's what I understood.
Basically, don't come back until it's done. That's the gist I got of it.
And if we don't
Run for
come
your
back,
life.
start running.
Well, basically, yeah.
Yep, so
If you fail,
yeah.
well, don't fail.
Failing is not an option. Got it. So looking for clanking plate of armor, retrieving him. This is not so hard.
Yeah,
And
well, we
this
gotta go
gem
put
guy.
someone. Yeah, we gotta go put
Playing
someone down
fetch.
first.
Shem is the priority. Sigehelm is the secondary. Although, if this Shem guy is their muscle, as we've been told, we might need Sigehelm to take him down.
Well,
I could use
So-
some more pair of eyes in the sky. I'll see if any of my little feather friends can help us out. Like, I'm immediately just gonna call any type of animal to me. Like, I am calling everything and anything near me. Eyes in the sky,
in the
ground,
elevator.
everything.
Yeah,
Can I do that in a building?
Oh,
one, you're in an elevator. No animal can hear you.
I'll do
Outside
it
of you.
immediately. Out. Yeah.
I'd like to make a couple of calls if possible, and see if I can get some black market contacts, because I don't think.
Okay.
Well, a couple of guns and
All right.
is really gonna do this.
So that's going to be what, a manipulation streetwise, and if you have black market as a specialization.
Yep. 3, 4. Oh, sorry, I rolled twice there, I think.
We'll take the second one.
Oh yeah, thank you. That would be great.
We'll go ahead and take the second one. They kind of... They're like, it's a tall order. We're going to require something from you, but we can go ahead and set it at a dead drop location, and you can pick it up, but we will expect something from you in return.
I'm listening. Go on.
Not now. It's not safe to talk about it over phones that can be tracked. We'll contact you the usual way.
I'll wait to hear. Hang up.
Kerem has a stop to make as well.
Where is... As the elevator dings at the bottom floor, Ethan, you're heading straight towards the dead drop?
If Kerem is well, if he's going that way and has a stop to make of his own, I might catch a ride.
I need to go back to my library to do a thing. If you want to join, that's fine.
Is the dead drop close enough to that?
We'll say yes. Just for simplicity's sake.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I'll go along with Kerem.
Ventress and Yasmin, what direction are you guys heading?
The
I
closest
really don't
little
need
park.
much.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll go wherever you go, because I really don't have anything that I need to pick up or stock in.
Okay. Closest parking lot. I need birds. Lots of them.
Birds are going to be at a premium with the Strix in the area. Just because they're not actually owls doesn't mean that birds aren't going to see them as owls.
How do you feel about squirrels?
Squirrels would be terrified of owls as well.
I need
Any
How
small...
do you feel?
rats, alley cats, street dogs, raccoons.
Cats and street dogs are probably your best option because most of the other things you have listed.
I
Are-
think cats would be better because I believe we're in Istanbul, right? Or they tend to be overpopulated with cats. That's
Okay.
like almost a rodent to them. So
Alright, I'll call mainly cats, but I do have dogs in favor because that is my familiar as well.
Alright, so how are you calling them? Is that some ability of yours? And if so, I need a roll.
Oh, did I disconnect?
Let me see
Am
what
I here?
this is.
You're here.
you're there.
Hey, you're there.
I'll have to do it as level 1. So Feral Whispers, I don't have enough Vitae to make a whole bunch of familiars. So just Feral Whispers to those she would command. Let me see, reading it. Overpower animal's instinctive reaction and forces it to understand. She can ask questions. It must respond as best as it can. With a little bit of a nudge, they can obey her. Magpies, crows, spying on victims above, blah, 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 blah. Here's the roll. Manipulation, animalkin, animalism. There we go.
Okay,
An
give me that
action.
roll.
Yeah. Action is instant. So manipulation to animalism to... Okay, what was the third one?
Animalkin.
Okay, thank you. What do I have for that? Oh, thankfully, 3. Jeez. I thought I had 1 in that.
So that's 7.
Yeah. Please let this be good. Oh, come on.
Unfortunately, no animals are showing up to your call. And even if there's one passing by, they're not paying any attention to you.
And I try again. This is an instant action.
How about if I call with her? No?
Not quite how it works, darling.
Oh.
Unless
I
there's a specific you would have to do something different is the thing. Because otherwise
Dance.
No, as in it would have to be significantly different for me to allow you to roll the exact same roll again.
So if I was to just mainly focus on calling cats, would that be different enough?
No, because cats are the predominant species here.
Yeah, what else?
How about we break into like a pet store?
You know what?
That's not a that's definitely certainly a change.
Animal shelter. I'm gonna go to an animal kill shelter. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm taking over that. But firstly, even though Loki's a bit meh, I'm gonna send him off first to find see the knight in shining armor.
No, it's holy armor.
Excuse me, so sorry.
Non-polished armor.
Yeah, I just came out of the dirt.
Armor.
It ain't
A
shiny.
little dented.
Totally, because it's got holes in it.
Yeah, he's already a familiar, so he can understand a little bit more complex commands.
Yeah, so he takes off.
Yeah, send him first, and we're off to an animal shelter.
All right. Just to kind.
Sorry. Just before we go any further, just to mention that sorry to roll back. Are you okay if I use when sleeping? I use portents, which allows me to an exceptional success on 3 successes in line with a theme.
Sure.
At the cost of not regaining any willpower when sleeping.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Just.
All right. Just to kind of, where is everybody going to meet after their little escapades?
I was thinking the bridge.
Yeah,
That's fine with
to
me.
the other side.
So we're gonna call it after about an hour or so. You guys all meet up at the bridge. You have what did you retrieve from your library, Kerem?
It's less a matter of retrieving, more spellcasting.
What did you cast?
I wanted to cast 2 spells.
Okay, how long is that gonna take?
Depends on my rolls. They're both less than my dots in sorcery, so it's 15 minutes per roll.
Okay, what's the first spell?
First spell is Blood Scourge. So I transform a portion of my blood into a weapon. So I make a Stinging Whip of Vitae. It's a 2+2 lethal weapon.
And it lasts for how long?
Until sunrise or when used to the end of the scene.
Okay, so it lasts until sunrise, until you start using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need 6 successes.
All right, give me that roll. While you do those rolls, Ethan, what they're able to give you, it's not much, but it's something. They are able to get you an AK-47, a couple of 2 pipe bombs,
Into inventory. Okay.
a couple of 44 revolvers, and then 1 Desert Eagle. The ammo is also very limited. It's essentially enough for 1 reload for each weapon.
Right.
So I see you succeeded in
On one
roll.
roll. Yeah. So for an exceptional success, I want to reduce the time per roll to 5 minutes.
Okay.
So that one would be done quickly.
So 5 minutes for that one.
Yeah. Second one I'm going to be casting is Vitae Reliquary. So I infuse an object with up to the potency in Vitae. It's mystically transferred from the body and can be retrieved by anyone who can use it by touching it.
Okay.
So I need 5 successes on that one. So that's 15 minutes. And that's 5.
There you go.
So that would just be, I guess, one Vitae, right? For potency. Potency of a ritual is 1 after meeting the target number of successes, plus 1 for every additional success rolled above the target.
Yeah, so it'd just be 1. Unless you want to maybe like roll a second time, another time.
May I?
Yeah, I'll allow
Because
it.
one Vitae is not really all that.
Yeah, I'll let you roll one.
Fine.
2.
For brevity, that's already taken 45 minutes there. We'll just leave it at that.
So 50 minutes. So it's roughly about 2 hours that you guys all meet up. What you specifically got some sort of K9, just so you know, Ventress, because it was a shelter, so you were actually able to get a dog.
How many?
How strong is your feral whispers?
Strong is it? I have my animalism up to a level 2.
What level is Feral Whispers?
1. It's on 1 dot.
Let's see here. Let me actually look up feral whispers because I'm not so certain that it can be used on more than one target is the thing.
I
So is
wouldn't
it
do it
like
on a group all at once. I would sit there in front of each cage and get one, and then go to another one, get another.
Oh, so it's not like a Snow White thing? You don't just go in and you're just like, come
No,
to me,
no.
feral friends.
See, the thing is
It's a hunt.
you're gonna get one animal just because otherwise you're gonna have to roll 40 times. And we're not doing that.
Yeah, dang. I was hoping to at least get 3.
Is there like a group roll that she can do? Like roll 40 dice and see how many?
No, we're not doing that.
Why not? Yeah, pack of dogs. Especially the corgi.
I would
get
never
corgi.
bring a corgi.
Wolf
We
corgi.
would never bring
A wolf corgi.
No, that thing would immediately die. No.
Can I have the corgi?
It wouldn't immediately die. It's too cute. Nothing would attack it.
Okay,
What a loaf of bread. That thing cannot run.
Enough
alright?
about corgis. Enough about corgis.
I take the corgi. I
Fine.
rip the cage and I take the corgi.
I'm not going shopping with you.
You work hard, play hard.
Huh.
All right,
Okay,
so you
yeah.
have 2 dogs only because Yasmin stole a corgi from the kill shelter, which I don't know why a corgi would be in a kill shelter.
It's criminal, honestly. How dare they?
Don't hate me later if I need to use him. Warning.
I hiss.
Back at you.
Come on, Reginald.
As you guys,
You're bringing him back.
oh no, as
Come on, Reggie.
as you guys return to the bridge, Ventress and Yasmin, you can see that Kerem has a whip made of Vitae.
Not yet. It's only when I summon it.
Okay. Well, then you just see a very, very strapped Ethan. Ethan and Kerem, you guys see that Ventress has a new canine companion, and so does Yasmin. But Yasmin is like holding hers in front of her like this. and is petting him.
You have a new baby.
Yes.
Is
His
to
name is
replace-
Reginald.
Is to replace the old one.
Don't remind me. I think this one will last, though. I have a feeling.
What
I'm
number
sure
is
I'm
this?
good. What?
What number is this?
You don't need to know. That's for me to
Reginald,
know.
the 5th, 7th?
Out of game? I think he's like the third.
Or
For those who have not heard our last two games, yeah, there's always a Reginald.
always.
Always.
Okay, well, we've all met. I have the letter. Let's head to this address and see what we find. I guess. I don't think this, I forget his name, is going to be there if he's missing, so.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Vampire the Requiem 2nd Edition Bloody Waters, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology. Written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener. If you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. And as always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, how will you satisfy that thirst? And with what?